Hi, it's Helen Tarrant.
Hey guys, welcome back to Commercial Property Roadshow. You're on the road today with Renee. So we'll be doing a scout around the Gold Coast. At the moment, we're in Southport and we're at the Southport Central Towers, I believe it's called. There's 3 or 4 of the towers here. We're standing right near number 3. We've got a Korean barbecue place right behind us. So this is in 2 lots. The first lot is all the seating area and the second lot is the kitchen. So it's the second lot with the kitchen and a small seating area here behind me that's for sale. The lady who currently owns it, she wants to hold one side because she thinks it's a good investment, but she wants to get rid of the other one that's not in her self-managed super fund. So we just went and had a quick look. The tenants were a little bit antsy about us going in there. One, because it's a, it's a restaurant, people there eating, the lights are coming through, and second of all because they were looking at buying it themselves. So when you come across that when you real estate purchases, you know that you're gonna have a difficult tenant, but it's something that you need to learn to negotiate with them. So sometimes in a lease you can put in something called the first right of refusal, which means you give the option to your tenants to buy the property. So sometimes they like that because it means you're giving them, not now they don't need to buy it, but in the future they have an option to buy it. They have a timeline on the first right of refusal. You know, they can't go on for years. It can just go on for a month or so to say yes they can or they can't buy it. And then that's a way to make peace with the tenants and gives them the option that, hey, if we stay here, there's a potential that in the long term we can really stay here as owner-occupiers. So that's something to think about. So I ask these things to the agents, or sometimes they'll give you the information as I'm walking through. So it's just a little trick up your sleeve to go, if I know I'm going to have a difficult tenant, or potentially difficult because they really want to stay, which is what you want. These guys are on a 10-year lease. They have been in the Southport Gold Coast area for 15 years. So you've got people who want to stay. So this is what you want if you're putting it in your portfolio. You want things for the long term. You want to have time in the market, not just timing the market. So look, I really liked it. The kitchen was neat, tidy, clean. The building, though, you need to find out a bit more about the building because you've got residential above and you have commercial below. So again, this is a tricky one with strata where you want to really put your due diligence towards the strata. Just having a quick general look around the area, you can see there are some maintenance issues. It's not a reason not to go into property. It's a reason, though, to be aware before you purchase what are the potential things coming up that you may have to think about in your budget or that you're contributing to. So thank you for coming on the Property Roadshow, and let's get on the road again and see some more. Hi guys, so welcome to Commercial Property Roadshow. We're in a little restaurant called the Play Pot, again in the Southport Central Towers. Just want to take you a quick through. We can't go into the kitchen, which is fair enough. We don't have hair nets, and there's also commercial in confidence with equipment and stuff that's being used in there. But we can have a quick little look around here. So you can see you've got inside dining, little reception area. Out the back is a kitchen. I just stuck my head in. It's a pretty cool kitchen, big enough. So when you're here, there's a bit of a language barrier, so the girls don't really want to talk to us. That's fine. They don't want to be on camera. They're a bit private, camera shy, which is cool. But they've allowed us to have a little look around. So I really like this actually. It's quite funky. It should be an easy sort of fit out. You're close to, just across from there you've got Australia Fair. Just watch out, cameraman, don't fall back. But yeah, we're at the lunchtime trade, so it's a bit quiet on the lunchtime trade at the moment. So we want to ask some questions about that if we can. If not, we want to see the books on that maybe. And I don't mind this a lot. This has got a big sort of Asian population in this area. There's a lot of sushi, like this clay pot, hot pot, Korean barbecue, lots of little eateries like that here. So yeah, it's a funky little spot. I don't mind it. Let's go out and let's check out the rest of the area. Okay, so I just want to talk to you about this. I do like this one. I like its position. Again, because we've got the residential up and the commercial down the bottom, we do need to have an investigation into that. The strata, of course, will be hugely important here. And although it says in the IM, the information memorandum, that it's 100% recoverable for the outgoings, what are the outgoings? Let's get some specifics on that. Are they recovering strata? Are they recovering, building maintenance, the sinking fund? Like, what exactly are the outgoings entailing? Is it gardening? What does it cover? So that comes into your due diligence period, where, with us, with the Commercial Property Roadshow, as a buyer's agency, we're on the road and we have a due diligence team. Like, I can't do due diligence and be on the road. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So there's a team behind me, it's not just me, and they look at that. We have strata searches, go into the strata as well for the residential as well as the commercial. And you also want to, find out a bit about the area. But I do like this area, and I do think there will be some growth here. We've got Australia Fair just over there. Not so long ago they developed that area. We're on Scarborough Street, and these towers, if you can look up, they're pretty bloody huge. I think they're one of the highest sort of in this area. You've got residential and commercial, so you've got a captive audience above you. But that's nothing to sneeze at. Human beings are inherently lazy, and we'll go to whatever the nearest and quickest choice is usually. So if I want to order Uber Eats, it might be just as easy to go downstairs if I was living in these towers. So I think these guys have got some longevity here. But you do have some vacancies, and we want to find out why. Is it poor management? Was it too high, as in the rent? Why did they go? So we do try to ask those questions as well. The agent unfortunately had to go. He's only in 15-minute parking. And this one wasn't on our books, but they do this to me sometimes. They say, hey Renee, I've got another one for you while you're in the area, and I have a look at it, and sometimes it's negotiation back and forth. So we've had a quick look. We know, what's here. Again, like you said, we've got 2 lots. So if we need to, so we're purchasing 2 lots together, so they are separate titles. If we need to in the future though, we can split them into different tenancies, or we can even smash them down again into smaller tenancies as this area grows. And that's a common thing that sort of happens. They do that in Sunnybank and in places like Chinatown and places like that as well. You start off with a big one, and then gradually you get less shop, higher rent, more population in the area. So stay on the road with us, Commercial Property Roadshow. Let's see where we're off to next.